The ability to have somebody who is kind of epitomizes what you think your country stands for has always been a major ambition.
The British royal family is no stranger to scandal, but the latest whispers emerging from Buckingham Palace suggest a rift deeper than ever before. Rumors are swirling that Princess Anne, known for her no-nonsense attitude and meticulous eye for detail, has unearthed a secret financial document that could change everything for Queen Camilla. This isn't just about palace gossip, it's about a paper trail that allegedly exposes irregularities that the monarchy cannot ignore. Even more shocking is the claim that Prince William, the heir to the throne, has stepped in to give a definitive order regarding the matter. As the public watches closely, the stability of Camilla's position seems to be hanging by a thread. Is this the beginning of the end for the Queen Consort's reign? Princess Anne's discovery. Princess Anne has long been considered the eyes and ears of the British monarchy, a woman whose dedication to the crown is matched only by her sharp eye for administrative detail. While her siblings and nephews often handle the public-facing glamour, Anne has spent decades overseeing the intricate machinery of the royal estates and the various duchies. It was during one of these routine, yet deep-dive audits into the Duchy of Lancaster and the Sovereign Grant Archives that the Princess Royal reportedly stumbled upon something that didn't add up. Unlike a simple accounting error, this was a sophisticated, secret financial document, a set of private ledgers that had been carefully shielded from the prying eyes of standard government auditors for nearly 2 decades. The document in question allegedly tracks a series of offshore transfers and high-value acquisitions made under a shell entity linked to Queen Camilla's private household. As Anne peeled back the layers, she found that these funds were reportedly diverted from royal charities and estate renovations to secure private properties and luxury assets that were never disclosed to the public or the treasury. The atmosphere in the palace shifted instantly as Anne moved from the archives to the drawing room. Known for her stoicism, she did not keep her findings quiet. Instead, she meticulously cross-referenced every signature and date, confirming that these transactions occurred during a time of significant transition for the family. The documents suggest a level of financial autonomy that Camilla exercised without the explicit consent of the late Queen Elizabeth II or the current advisors of the Crown. This was not just a matter of missing money, it was a breach of the trust that holds the constitutional monarchy together. Anne's discovery has been described as a forensic takedown. She didn't just find a mistake, she uncovered a roadmap of calculated financial secrecy. By bringing this folder to the forefront, Anne has effectively cornered the Queen Consort, leaving no room for excuses. In the corridors of Buckingham Palace, it is being whispered that Anne's discovery is the most significant threat to a royal's reputation since the 1990s, forcing the family to choose between protecting one of their own or upholding the integrity of the institution. William takes command. The moment the classified file was laid across the desk in Prince William's private study, the power dynamics of the British monarchy shifted fundamentally. When Princess Anne presented the evidence, William didn't just react as a grandson or a stepson, he reacted as the Prince of Wales, the man responsible for the long-term survival of the House of Windsor. Sources within the palace suggest that William's response was immediate and clinical. He recognized that if these financial discrepancies, linked to Queen Camilla's private accounts, were ever leaked to the press before the palace took action, it would be an extinction-level event for the monarchy's public reputation. In a move that has been described by courtiers as the Iron Directive, William reportedly bypassed the traditional men in grey, the senior palace advisors, and issued a direct executive order. This wasn't a suggestion, it was a mandate that effectively placed Queen Camilla's financial office under a state of regal receivership. The order demanded that every ledger, every offshore transfer, and every property deed associated with the Queen Consort's private household be handed over to a specialized team of forensic accountants from a top-tier global firm. By bringing in outside professionals, William ensured that no palace insider could filter the truth to protect the king's wife. This decisive action created an immediate and visible rift at the highest levels of the institution. For the first time in history, the heir to the throne was openly auditing the Queen Consort. The order also included a strict communications blackout. William allegedly demanded that Camilla's PR team cease all independent briefings, ensuring that the prince's office at Kensington Palace held total control over the narrative. This was a strategic masterstroke. By seizing control of the information, William effectively neutralized Camilla's ability to defend herself through the media. The atmosphere in the palace has been described as Arctic. While King Charles finds himself torn between his loyalty to his wife and his duty to his heir, William has remained immovable. He is reportedly driven by the mantra that the monarchy must be beyond reproach. To William, this isn't a personal vendetta, it is a surgical operation to remove a perceived financial cancer before it can spread. This chapter in royal history marks the exact moment William stopped being just a prince in waiting and started acting as the de facto sovereign of the family's moral and financial standards. The message sent to Camilla and the rest of the family was deafening: the old guard is being dismantled, and the new era of the crown will be defined by cold, hard accountability. Camilla under pressure. The fallout from the discovery of the secret financial document has plunged Queen Camilla into a state of unprecedented isolation, transforming the corridors of Buckingham Palace into a battlefield of silence. For nearly 2 decades, Camilla worked with a dedicated team of image consultants and loyalists to build a bridge of trust with the British public. However, as the details of the financial audit led by Prince William began to circulate among the inner circle, that support system reportedly evaporated overnight. The Queen Consort now finds herself at the center of a palace freeze, where longtime allies and high-ranking courtiers are suddenly unavailable for meetings, fearing that any association with her office could end their own careers in the new. The document at the heart of this crisis is said to contain evidence of shadow accounts that funded a lifestyle and a network of private interests that were never sanctioned by the Privy Council. As the investigation deepens, the pressure on Camilla has shifted from social to existential. Reports suggest that she has been effectively sidelined from all major royal engagements that involve the management of the crown's vast wealth. The order issued by Prince William has created a digital and physical firewall. Her staff's access to the central royal database has been restricted, and every penny spent by her household is now being scrutinized under a metaphorical microscope. This is not just a financial audit, it is a systematic stripping of her authority. Inside the private quarters, the tension is reportedly unbearable. While King Charles remains a figure of support for his wife, his ability to protect her is being neutralized by the sheer weight of the evidence and the unyielding alliance between Princess Anne and Prince William. Insiders describe Camilla as increasingly cornered, facing the reality that the secret document might not just end her influence, but could lead to a permanent restructuring of her royal status. There is even talk of a voluntary withdrawal from public life to save the monarchy from a public trial. This chapter of the scandal represents the total collapse of the Queen Consort's power base. By exposing the financial trail, Anne and William have ensured that Camilla can no longer operate behind the scenes. She is now facing the ultimate royal nightmare, being a queen in title only, while the actual levers of power are moved far out of her reach. The document has acted as a key that unlocked a vault of long-buried grievances, and as the investigation nears its conclusion, the ending for Camilla seems less like a possibility and more like an inevitability. The fortress she built around herself has not just been breached, it is being dismantled from the inside out. The revelation of this secret financial document and the subsequent Iron Directive from Prince William mark a definitive turning point for the British monarchy. No longer can the shadows of the past protect those within the palace walls, as Princess Anne and the Prince of Wales lead a brutal new era of transparency. Queen Camilla's future now hangs by a thread, with her influence dismantled and her royal status facing its ultimate existential threat. This power struggle has exposed deep-seated fractures, proving that even the highest title cannot shield a royal from the demands of accountability. As the forensic audit nears its conclusion, the House of Windsor stands on the brink of a total structural transformation that will redefine the crown for generations. The alliance between Anne and William has sent a clear message: the survival of the institution outweighs any personal loyalty or family bond. Whether through a forced retirement or a quiet exit from the public eye, the era of Camilla's dominance appears to have reached its final, dramatic chapter. The world remains transfixed by the unfolding crisis, waiting to see how the king will navigate this impossible choice between his wife and his throne. In this high-stakes game of loyalty and legacy, the order has been given, and the truth is finally coming to light. The fortress of secrecy has fallen, and a new, uncompromising monarchy is being born from the ashes of this scandal. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the latest updates on this developing royal story.